Hey guys, what is up? This is DucatDre1 here with a review of the iOS 5 Beta GM Seed. So as you can see, I have it on my iPod Touch 4th Gen here, and the reason I did not put it on my iPhone 4 was because in order to restore it to the iOS 5 GM Seed, I would have to restore my entire phone rather than just updating it. So I am going to wait until October 12th, which is the official iOS 5 release date, and I will install it onto my phone at that time. Now, there are quite a few new features in iOS 5 that I believe they're good additions. Here is the unlock screen, and now if you double click the home button, you have that icon there, which gives you quick access to your camera application. So now you can take a picture simply by double clicking the home button on the lock screen, and it will bring you to your camera. So if I turn the device sideways, the volume rocker up actually acts as the shutter button on a camera. So if you're more of a photographer, this will be a feature for you because you can hold the camera much steadier. Alright, so I've taken a picture, and if I go into the Photos app, you now have the ability to click Edit and edit your photos. You can crop, red eye, magic touch up, and undo any changes you've made to the photo. So let me just give you a quick example. Here's cropping. So say you just want that much of the picture, you crop it, you save it, it's done. That's what your picture's like now. Another feature is the Notifications Center from Apple. So as you can see at the top, it has the weather for where I currently am, which is Westlake, and the forecast for the rest of the week, as well as stocks. This is a good feature that I think has kind of been long awaited on iOS, and also any new notifications such as text messages, emails, Twitter updates, Facebook updates, they would all show up right here, but I don't have any, unfortunately, to give you an example of. So I think one thing that they could have added in that would have been very helpful would be the use of third-party widgets, such as maybe something like that Android has integrated into their systems, such as being able to change the brightness and turn the Wi-Fi on and off directly from the widget. So that's something that I think they could have put in that they did not. Another feature that they have included is the ability to wirelessly sync your device. So you no longer need a cable to sync your iPod. You can go into General and click iTunes Wi-Fi Sync, and if you have it enabled on your computer, it's just a little box that you would check in iTunes, and it would allow you to do over-the-air syncing, which is really helpful for people who don't always have a cable or aren't able to get a cable. So if you're at, say, Starbucks, and you needed to sync your phone and you didn't have a cable, but you wanted to get that new music or pictures on, you could do it via Wi-Fi. Also included is the wireless software update, which it's unable to check for an update because this is the GMC, so they haven't released any new updates since I've installed it, so there would be nothing for me to install. Also, the iOS devices are now in the cloud, and Apple calls this service iCloud, which will allow you to have a storage and backup of your device. So instead of backing it up to your computer, you can wirelessly back it up wherever you are. And also, it will push any bought applications, any pictures, any music that you buy on one device, it will wirelessly push them to all your other devices. Alright, so here, as you can see, I have a messages icon now, which would bring up the iMessage application. So this is a competitor, Apple's competitor to BBM, I believe, and I'm not sure really how good or how useful or how popular of a service this will be, because so many people love the BBM service, and there's been rumors that it's coming out to Android, but not totally sure on that yet. This is a nice feature included, though, because now you no longer have to have a phone only to send text messages. As long as you're connected to Wi-Fi on your iPad or iPod Touch, you can send messages that were similar to texts onto an iOS device that is connected to Wi-Fi. So that is the iMessages application. You now have Twitter integration into iOS. So say, we'll go back to that picture that I made. I can directly tweet it. I could put a location on it. I can do anything that I was going to do on the normal Twitter, but now it's integrated into the iOS 5 itself. Another feature that I'm not able to show you is AirPlay mirroring, which will unfortunately only be able to be used on the iPad 2 and iPhone 4S. Now, this is a good feature, I believe, for more business-prone people. I'm sure you could find uses of it at home, like showing pictures and stuff to family, but I think the main reason that they have it is for emails and PowerPoint presentations and showing in applications, things like that, so that they can display it directly onto a TV instead of having to show their iPad or iOS device. They can display it onto a much larger screen and reach a larger audience. Also, something else that's only included on the iPhone 4S, which I was kind of disappointed. I thought they could have easily put it into the iPhone 4, but apparently not, was the Siri personal assistant, which is basically, it's an assistant. So anything, you boot up the application and it uses voice commands to control your device pretty much. So you can send texts, emails, it does voice to text. So that is Siri. Also, now you have a reminders application on iOS 5 and Newsstand, which Newsstand is a lot like iBooks. It's very similar. It lets you buy magazines, and the reminders app is just if you have something that someone tells you to do and you want to jot it down real quick, you just put it into your reminders app. And Reminders is compatible with iCloud, Outlook, and iCal, so it will wirelessly push it over to all your devices in case you don't have the device later in the day. Alright, one final thing I wanted to look at was the Game Center updates that they put in. So as you can see, I am Ducat Dre. That's a picture of me. So now you have profile pictures on Game Center. You can see recommended, here's your games. You can see game recommendations. Under your friends, you can compare achievements to them and see how you're doing. So for the gamers, this is a big feature for you guys. I'm not sure. I'm not that big of an iOS gamer, but if I was, I'm sure this would be a greatly appreciated feature. Alright guys, so that about wraps it up. That was a quick review of, not really quick, but a review of iOS 5 Beta GM Seed. So please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I will have a video, hopefully on the 14th uploaded of an unboxing and review of the iPhone 4S, so I have it coming the day it comes out. Alright guys, remember to get iOS 5 on October 12th. See you guys later.